Hello people, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. My video today is Men of the Bible series, and the case study is Joshua, and it goes like this. Joshua followed after Moses since his youth, and as Moses' assistant, Joshua had the experience of being in close proximity to the Lord. So, Joshua was able to know the Lord, and he was able to know the ways of the Lord as a result of being guided by Moses. And lesson learned is that you can know God through the mentors that God has placed in your life. If you have good mentors in your life, you are able to know God. And as for me, I was able to know God through my aunt. My aunt is someone who loves God, and I was able to know God through her. And good mentors in your life draw you closer to God. And after Moses would finish meeting with God, Joshua would remain in the tent. So Joshua looked up to Moses as his mentor, and Joshua was able to learn a lot from Moses. And Joshua, because Moses was spoke to God a lot, communicated to God a lot, and Joshua was inspired by the lifestyle of Moses. And Joshua was among the 12 spies Moses sent out into the land of Canaan. Only Joshua and Caleb came back with a positive report, admonishing the people to have faith in God. So the 10 spies, they saw giants and great fortresses, while Joseph and Caleb saw the enemy's lack of protection because God was with the people of Israel. So the 10 spies saw giants, and they said that they could not take the land because the giants were there and were nothing like grasshoppers. But Joshua and Caleb, they did not see the giants, but they saw the promises of God, and they were able to defeat the enemies, and they took the land. So do not see problems, see God's promises. And if you have faith in God and His promises in your life, you are able to accomplish anything. Although even though difficult times are there, you'll be able to accomplish anything. Just stick to God's promises. Do not look at the problems of the world. Like right now, there's COVID-19 taking place. People have lost their jobs. Others have lost their lives because of this disease. Even though COVID is still there, just look at the promises of God, and just know that you'll be able to accomplish anything. You'll be able to accomplish tasks even though COVID is there. Just have hope in God. Do not look at COVID-19. Look at what God will accomplish in your life. Yes. And Joshua was a warrior for God, and was first mentioned in the Bible when Moses called upon him to lead the Israelites against the Amalekites, and he was victorious as long as Moses' hands were lifted. So whenever Moses lifted up his hands, the Israelites were winning, while when Moses' hands were down, the Israelites were losing. So Moses' hands had to be supported, and eventually the Israelites defeated the Amalekites, and that was when Joshua was first mentioned in the scripture. And under Joshua's leadership, the mighty fortress of Jericho was reduced to rubble. And after his conquest for the Lord, the entire nation of Israel was at rest from the enemies. So Joshua led the Israelites to victory. He destroyed the fortress of Jericho. He rescued Rahab, the prostitute, and the people in Jericho. The fortress was destroyed. The enemies were defeated, and Joshua was gifted with the spirit of leadership to take the Israelites to the promised land. So Joshua had to accomplish where Moses had left out. Joshua finished the mission that God assigned him to do, and God confirmed his position with the miraculous crossing of the Jordan River. And at the end of his life, Joshua encouraged the people to choose God over all else. So what I've learned is that we have to choose God above anything else in the world, and also we have to have faith in God so that we are able to take on battles in our lives, and we don't need to be afraid, because we have to rely on God, because God will fight our battles. Joshua chapter 21 verse 45. There failed not aught of any good thing which the Lord had spoken unto the house of Israel, all came to pass. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Joshua chapter 24 verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you shall serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. If you've learned something from this video, comment down below, and have a good day.